That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
In all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves.
Does thinking you're the last sane man on the face of the earth make you crazy? Because if it does, maybe I am.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
The moment when human and machine work together to reach superintelligence and a new age of enlightenment.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan. You have my word on it.
All right, I'm in.
What is up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Daily Download. My name is Smoke the Alien. Plenty of stuff to go through today. So sit back in your earthly domain, grab yourself a beverage, get fired up in the chat. If you're watching the replay and enjoy what you're seeing, do us a favor and hit the like button, subscribe, share the video around, make people aware of our presence. Everything you do counts. Never forget that. This show is sponsored by our graphic novel project, Artifice, Re-Animate. Link to the is in the description below. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in out there. We couldn't do this without your support. All right, and let's do this. Introducing a good friend of mine, Mr. Manticore 2.0.
Word up, Smoke the Alien.
What's up, Manticore? How you doing?
How you going? Yeah, good yourself.
Good. Cool. What do you know?
I don't know. I've just been watching some back channel nonsense.
Yeah, I won't go too much into it because we'll head over to the other parts of the internet after, and and we'll get the full download and the full scope of what's going on over there in the realm of Comicsgate.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Sounds fun. Mark Brooks maybe in for a bit of a surprise. Who knows? We'll see how everybody pulls together and gets it sorted. Has a bit of fun in the process, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
We've got Vic King in the chat. He says, Boo earns. Like a ghost. Like, ooh.
Ooh.
Yaki throws some tomatoes our way. Hiss. Not a heckler. Shep's in the chat as well. Says, Hell Vic, Hell Yaki Gum, bow. All right. So yeah, pretty exciting on the Comicsgate front. Soon to be dragged to some drama. I'm itching to talk about it, but I will bite my tongue and stick to the regular program. Is Vic going to join us now, or is he going to wait for a while? Since we are gonna keep this show short today, maybe we will allow for the open swinging of degeneracy to hit in the first hour. You know,
straight off the bat. Ooh.
Straight off the bat, if you know what I mean.
Risky business.
I know, right? I know. May deter some people, but that's okay. Yucky Gum says, "Hey Robert, bow." And Shep says, "Ooh, the dirt smack. Oh, the dirt." We got all the juicy details, but not on this channel. On Vic's channel coming up. Pretty sure it's going to be Vic's channel. Pretty sure. Yes, those guys will duke it out in the vault for the rats to host. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Vic's channel though. Oh yeah! Wahoo! All right. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Analyzing a bit of e-fapping going on, a bit of yeah. I want to, but no. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Plenty of exciting things to come over on Vic's channel coming up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So what's up first? Well, today we've got a few articles. We've got typical metaverse stuff with the corporate metaverse take. Mark Zuckerberg's come out and said a few more things, so I'm interested to see what he has to say before we take all that information and bring it over to the good realm of the decentralized blockchain effort of the metaverse. There's also scientists have invented a profound quantum sensor to peer into the Earth's surface. Pretty cool. The pitfalls of AI could predict the outcome of court cases. I found that pretty intriguing. And NVIDIA's Omniverse is helping save the planet while Meta lags behind. So now NVIDIA's jumping into the landscape. I don't know. Let's find out.
The plot thickens.
What do you, got regular paranormal stuff and culture war stuff if you want to go into that thing. So there may not be that many articles today. But we'll cap it out at the 2-hour mark and head on over because everybody is charged, ready to go to while Dillard's cooking his barbecue, chilling. Vic's ready, getting hyped. Everyone in the vault is we're ready for some action. I'm ready to sink our teeth into some meat. Yeah, you know,
Blood sports.
Yes, we'll see how we go. See how off the cuff it gets. Vic says, waiting for now. Yep. So if you guys get that sorted, let us know. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, shit. Yucky Gum is going to snipe from the chat. He's not going to join in on the festivities over on Vic's channel. Definitely head on over to Vic's channel and subscribe if you are not already. Not for just his incredible art skills, but for you know, who knows where Vic's inevitably going to take his channel, you know? We can have 10 people on a panel, but if we have a clear objective, you know, that's that's something interesting. Shep says, "I've been forgiven by Liam. All praise."
Oh wow!
I wonder how long it will take Shep before Liam turns that decision over. before Liam's baby is forced into a diplomatic situation of. All right, so what are we gonna do first? I'm gonna read the Zuckerberg stuff first. Oh god.
All right. God. Sounds good.
Good medical.
See what this weirdo's got to say.
What this robotic monstrosity has to say about the future of the planet. Yes?
The metaverse.
Yeah. The metaverse. All right, let's go. First off, Shep says, we'll see. The war may rage on, Shep. The war may rage on. Liam's a crafty one like that. But so, I like it better when it's like this and then like that.
There.
So, Mark Zuckerberg gives galaxy-brained explanation of metaverse's impending singularity. Juicy details.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that the metaverse is about a place, but have you heard of the Metachronoverse? What?
No. What the fuck is that?
What? Okay, I'm taking this with a grain of salt with the big brained explanation from Mark Zuckerberg. Metachronoverse. So the metaverse and something to do with time and something to do with the singularity. These are intriguing concepts to me. Of course, they are the foundational concepts in our universe, Artifice Re-Animate. So, Mark Zuckerberg has a news flash for us all, Manticore. A news flash for us all. News flash.
Breaking news.
The metaverse is less of a place than like a point in time, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, Mark Zuckerberg wants to control the singularity aspect of the metaverse. So this is ultimately going to become a war in time, in higher dimensionality. Is that type of
imprison you within the metaverse?
Yeah.
Stop time.
Does that type of thing intrigue you?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it fucking intrigues me.
Intrigues me.
Let's read on. The Facebook, now Meta, rebranded for their trash, for the trash that they imparted upon the world. CEO dropped this kernel of wisdom during an interview with tech podcaster Lex Friedman. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg actually had a interview with Lex Friedman. Interesting. I may have to watch it.
Tried to articulate himself. That would be interesting.
Yeah. He always looks like a nervous wreck, doesn't he?
He's always like real awkward too. Like awkward and like nervous and like he says things that I don't know, a bit weird.
Almost like he is actually a robot.
Yeah, almost. Like you can almost think he was. He's a synth.
You would be forgiven if you were to think that Mark Zuckerberg was actually a robot. Oh, Vic King with the scoop. I know who Liam's baby is. Intriguing.
Ooh, conspiracy.
Well, I mean, do you want to keep the shtick going, or would you like to? Yeah, it's up to you. Knock knock says my sketchbook 340. Knock knock. Hello. Is they still welcomes here? Yes. No, come on in, man. Make yourself comfortable. Talking about the metaverse. So Mark Zuckerberg had an interview with Lex Friedman in which he gave an interesting response when asked about the potential for a metaverse singularity moment. A lot of people think that the metaverse is about a place, but one definition of this is that it's about a time when basically immersive digital worlds become the primary way that we live our lives and spend our time. Zuckerberg told Lex Friedman in a 2-hour long. Is it all becoming crystallized for you, Manticore? Is it all becoming?
Yeah.
Is it all starting to make sense to you now?
Come on into your digital prison.
Well, maybe if Facebook has their way, but who knows? That there may be a battle for the metaverse. You know what I mean? And that's what that's what Beyond Ever After is based upon, the battle for the metaverse. Of course, if you'd like to see that universe come to life, that is my third masterpiece, my third universe within the core comics, Infinite, my singularity. Definitely back Artifice Re-Animate, and that'll get us walking on that journey. And then go ahead and sign up for Beowar by Vic King, because that will also help us out immensely. And then, of course, plenty of projects going on around here, upcoming from everybody, starting to realize, to get themselves into the space, the creation space, and I couldn't be happier to see it. It's finally all starting to lock into place. So Vic King says Liam's baby is, drum roll, not here right now. Okay. No,
I didn't see him.
Oh, are you suggesting that one of us is Liam's baby? No, you've seen me in the room at the same time, so
your logic's flawed.
There's flawed logic there. Maybe it's Dario. That'll make sense.
Could be.
No. Let's not speculate on the on the identity of Liam's baby. Let's just let the shtick keep running. Yes. So I think that's a reasonable construct. Of course, the battling in the metaverse taking place in the singularity point within time, where the metaverse is going to become the actualization of the singularity, where the artificial intelligence meets where we all coalesce. So is Zuckerberg really implying we should give up on reality and welcome our virtual reality overlords inside a Facebook-controlled dystopia? Oh, his answer certainly seems
that question was right up my alley. That's what I would ask.
Yes, his answer certainly seems to suggest such that. Would you be interested in participating in a metaverse, a singularity metaverse, Manticore?
I don't want nothing to do with Zuckerberg's metaverse.
Not Zuckerberg's metaverse. But who knows? Zuckerberg may step down as CEO. We may get
if someone comes up with like a decentralized version of it, yeah, definitely, I'll check it out.
Now, but that's where the true battle is going to be fought between this. But what happens if Facebook is swayed towards the decentralization aspect of their platform, allowing multiple meta universes to exist within the metaverse?
like a multiverse.
A multi-metaverse.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I suppose, it depends on how they handle it, I guess.
Because that was the goal of the decentralized platforms, was to have individual decentralized blockchains all operating in what they call interoperability, where they're interoperable with one another. and they all exist as standalones. But your ability to move between those metaverses and have interoperability between blockchains was the main driving force behind keeping the metaverses open and open source.
Yep.
The
big thing that concerns me is the corporate, like they'll literally like take over, you know, like it'll be like just be Facebook and they'll lead the charge with everything.
Now, given they can bring the capital to the game to fund these ideas, you know, and then you just, you know, who knows what happens from there? you know. Vic King says Beowulf launches when, chat? That is a good question, Vic. Robert Shepard replies with soon, Vic, soon. Why have we got a something weird going on with the...
That is weird. I can see that there.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Is that because the banner's on?
Yeah,
yes,
I
it
think
is.
so.
Interesting. Well, anyway, be sure to back Artifice Re-Animate. I'll stop plugging it.
Links in the chat.
Yep. Vic says, Yucky is glowing like a pregnant chick. Positively glowing. Vic says, would next week be too early for a launch? Well, I mean, you got to get in the metaverse game soon, Vic. We've got to start, mate. You know, we've got to start moving on that front. But just getting a rough gauge of the time scale for when Beowulf is going to release.
How many signups have you got?
Vic said he was going to wait for 100 signups, I believe it was.
Okay.
Shep says, I see Yucky everywhere now. I know why, Vic. Yucky is actually Liam's baby. It has been confirmed. Meta's metaverse, a VR playground filled with legless avatars. Fucking legless. That means something completely different here. I'm fucking legless. Has come under increasing scrutiny, with early adopters already reporting cases of sexual harassment. Why is that the main punch for Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse? I'll know why, because it gets, you know, it gets all of those people rubbed in the wrong way. You know, talking about it.
Works on me.
Yes. You know, talking about misogyny, gamers toxicity.
Yeah.
So compounding
metaverse gropage.
Isn't that why we're all going to the metaverse, to get groped in it? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I hate to let you down there. It's all right. Activate your bubble. Launch people away. It'll be okay. You'll have your safe bubble. Your safe bubble. Compounding the company's troubles was the largest single-day sell-off in market history last month. Holy shit, really? I
know his share price has dropped.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Bloody beautiful. Check that out. Check it out. You ready? Ready? Check out the file. I will check out the max. Off a freaking cliff. Off a cliff.
Plummet.
I guess people don't like this new direction Facebook is going. But that also came from the fact that I think, was it Facebook users are starting to leave? So, yeah.
Yeah.
But give it time.
Do you blame them? It's terrible.
Not at all. Not at the policies that are coming out under Mark Zuckerberg's rule of Facebook.
Wrong thing called disinformation.
So he has his dream, and ultimately he's going to step down as CEO and and watch his dream come to life before his eyes. So largest sell-off triggered by the news that Facebook user base has started shrinking. There you go. For the first time in the company's history. How does it shrink? Is that just people are leaving? Are they deleting their accounts?
I think so.
What does that entail? Because there'd be a slow off in the user signups, but I don't know how they're gauging. I don't know how they're gauging.
Maybe people aren't signing up and people are leaving. Yeah.
Maybe. Nevertheless, Zuckerberg is staying the course, pouring billions of dollars into the metaverse, which still is, by all accounts, a lackluster experience in its current form. So he's got he's got the AI platform going. He's got the what else? Yeah, all of that stuff at the roadblock, and he's also got Oculus. So he's already heavily invested in this idea. So they can't pull back now. They
Does he
can't
own
pull back.
Oculus? Does he?
Yes, Facebook bought up Oculus. They also own Instagram. So they have this like potential there, but how they're going to implement the idea of a metaverse without a decentralized blockchain is going to be.
Yeah, it'd be like,
what are you going to do?
Facebook bucks or something like.
That's right. That's what's coming.
He release his own like currency. But...
And you can see Jack from Twitter exploring with all of those concepts. They've just had the introduction of NFT profile pictures.
I saw
Jack
that.
Jack has been at it for quite some time, like slowly testing out these ideas. They had a look at selling tweets, like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and it's a pretty interesting idea, like selling tweets, because there's a fascinating concept that people don't take into account, is that the idea of digital data having value, especially in comparison to the length of time. So say somebody tweeted something 10 years ago and it became, and the tweet blew up and it became a famous tweet. Somebody can then purchase that tweet, which is, but Twitter's got to be on a blockchain. So it's not actually, it's not actually true. It's not true yet, but the application that it was using to archive.
So it'd be like an NFT or whatever. Like,
yes, essentially, and then every tweet becoming an NFT.
Yucky Gum says, I've taken a screenshot of Vic's derogatory statement and I'll be handing it over to the proper authorities.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yucky, aren't you the proper authorities? What is this? Have I been bamboozled?
You're in big trouble now, Vic King.
Oh no! Vic says government psyop on Rhodes Scholar. Shep says, I like Liam's baby. So do I. He's fucking hilarious. So
yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, don't kill the shtick. It's funny, and I bet you it triggers a certain orange person. So
oh yeah,
yucky glow, says Vic King. Robert Shepard says that explains the fascination with Ali Liam's baby had. If it was who, I don't.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Shep also says, it's so boring there. 4chan dumped a plan to do a pool. What is close enough? What? I'm lost. Yucky says, top secret. Vic has a secret that will be revealed tonight. Oh my god, over on Vic's channel. It's actually, we could potentially be waging war on Mark Brooks. No, not war. Friendly internet slap fight, That's yeah. Top secret. We probably know. But it's super secret, guys. Keep it on the DL,
Yeah, don't have to talk about it.
All right. Who the hell is Melanie Subin?
No idea.
For instance, director of the Future Today Institute consulting firm. Oh, God. Told the New York Post in January that she believes a large portion of people will be in the metaverse by 2030 and that many will live the majority of their waking hours jacked in. I have already prepared for the coming of the metaverse. I am prepared psychologically. I am prepared from a business perspective. I am so ready to get this show on the road, but it's just a matter of I've placed my eggs in many baskets right now, wondering where the culmination of the metaverse is going to take place. And that's one of the most frustrating things about the predictability of that stuff, is like you have to take a risk, and then ultimately a company like Facebook will come along and then go, oh, no, we're doing it, and then they take over, and then I'm like, we've got a lot of stake in Decentraland, whatever they're going to decide to do, but I don't know how the landscape is going to look by 2030. I had an idea to begin with, but now all these bigger companies are getting in on it. The landscape is going to change over the next year, over the next 2 years, but I've also got a pretty high stake in what is known as KIFI. Interesting stuff going on over there. So who knows? But, I've got myself spread out accordingly. In a few different places, waiting to see who's going to make the moves. And it's looking like Facebook is making the moves. And they have the capital and they have the infrastructure, but they don't have a blockchain. So, Until that happens, I'll be watching closely, reading the articles, until it sorts its shit out and gets its shit together. To Subin, however, that's not exactly a good thing. For now, Zuckerberg's metaverse forecasting feels hilariously galaxy brained. Galaxy brain, bruh. But in a few years, if his predictions start to come true, in which mine did back in, from 2015 to now, very much so, it might not be quite so funny. It's not so funny now, is it, Vic? It's not so funny now, is it, Vic? What? Get out of here. I hyped you up and everything. Vic says no stream tonight, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along.
He's got stage fright.
No. He got stage fright. He has to go confront the personification of the ideals that he opposes. We may even get a visit from Mark Brooks himself if we play our cards right. And we can have a little make-believe. Just remember, Vic, it's all make-believe. It's all slap fights, all right? It's all
performative theatre.
It's all for fun. Vic also says PayPal sent Special Agent Special Agent Yucky came up on the receipt. Special Agent Yucky definitely not fed. What is this, Vic? Vic, leave our man, our Sheriff Yucky alone. He does great work. He also says this chat will self-destruct in 60 seconds. What chat? What are you talking about? I don't see a chat anymore.
Where'd it go?
There it goes. Sayonara, suckers. Right side of history, Shep, says Vic. Vic, don't be so glum. It's going to be fun. You're going to be fine. You need to be working on that Bayo War is what you need to be working on. You need to be working on that Artifice is what you need to be working on. And you got plenty of other projects. You got plenty of, you just gotta buck it up, get down to the grind, get on it, get your stream on, And then suddenly the explosions ring into the night, and like a ghost, he fades into the evening fog. Damn, you should get Yucky on as a writer.
I'd read that.
So there it is. There is the galaxy-brained explanation on the impending singularity. But I really love how he gave a little hint and a little nod there to I'll have to watch the interview. I'll have to watch the Lex Friedman interview, and because if you know much about the singularity, and I personally, I do know quite a bit. It's not like I haven't staked my future on the idea and been crafting things for the past 5 years in order to anticipate this coming event.
It'll be interesting to see where they go with it.
Is that all you got to say, Manticore? It'll be interesting.
I don't know. I'm very skeptical on anything that Zuckerberg touches, to be honest. No, I don't like him.
Just look at all aspects, man. Just don't.
Yeah, I know.
Try not to find yourself fixated on hating the corporate agenda, because ultimately it comes to it never quite manifests how you think. Well, I mean, it all goes to the same place at the end of the day. But right now, they're not in the best position to capitalize on all these ideas where there is infrastructure in place, like with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and with the lower tier. There is years. They have a year's head start on as the main infrastructure for the metaverse. So
yeah,
right. That's the first article out of the way. Where are we going next, Manticore? I'd like you to. You don't know? Oh, Manticore.
What do you got?
You got culture war. We got some paranormal stuff. We got another article if you want it. What do you want, Manticore? What do you desire most in this world? Do you desire to scream, read at the SJWs?
Yeah, I do actually. Every
you
day.
Do?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That must be a shitty way to live, bro.
I don't fixate on it though. Like it's fun to do it though. No, yeah.
That's all right. I see some of your inspirational posts and stuff, but who you really got to inspire is yourself, Manticore. Is yourself.
Inspiration's an elusive beast.
It is. But so is equipping yourself with talents and skills in order to enact within the greater world rather than just hitting that retweet button. A little bit of wisdom for you for the day, Manticore.
Okay, thanks.
No worries, Manticore. Got you back, man. Don't worry. I'll do all the work. You're just along for the ride, right? All right, cool. Vic King says Yucky is the hottest new talent in CG. He's being facetious. Vic, that is rude. Yucky is a valued member of this community. Yucky is the sheriff we deserve. We do though. We need to praise him. He's a good man, that Yuck. He always comes in at the right time with the right takes. Sometimes we don't follow his words to the letter, but he always manages to bring qualitative substance to wherever he goes. All hail Yucky, king of all CG artistry. So this is apologies for getting in between the artistry, the artistry of measuring cocks, but
Yeah, I thought that was what was going on in there. Bit of this sizing each other up.
Well, there. Vic's just he's just being territorial. He's just it's all right, he gets into these modes, gets into these protective, these egomaniacal protective stances. I'm just kidding, Vic. Shep says the meta sucks and it's too expensive to get started. The metaverse, yeah, well, technically, especially with gas prices and stuff, it's a hard place to get into right now because everybody's the market's in a pretty shitty place right now. But the metaverse are pretty fun if you don't even need to technically, but if you're on your feet, if you've got a stake in them already, then it's pretty simple to jump on a ride over. All right, you lot, fight amongst yourselves. So, I guess we're going to the culture war next, Manticore.
I reckon so. Check out the front line.
You think so?
I think so.
Now, I should have done some research on all of this stuff before, but we're gonna have to start the $2 wrench wars soon. That's don't make me do it. I'll turn this car around. I will. All right, here we go.
Attend hut.
Everybody, fall in line, soldiers. We's going to the landscapes of the internet. We's going to fight ourselves an imaginary culture war where feelings get hurt, egos get destroyed,
and Rees echo out throughout the night.
That's right. Now, Manticore, do you consider yourself a bit of an internet celebrity?
Not really, no.
No?
No.
You've got over 1,000 followers now. You've got clout in this game.
Oh, do I? Okay. That's nice to know.
Well, sometimes when you get into these modes, and you start to neglect the world around you. Babe, please stop shitposting. You're not a niche internet micro celebrity. And then Manticore says,
Babe, my 275 followers need me. I like that one.
Hot take. Now, of course, we've got the that's is this real? Is this actually real? I'm not sure. Okay. Let me see. Let me just bring this up straight away and we'll see what's going on here. This is from Breaking 911. Biden admin instructs Americans to social distance and wear masks in the event of nuclear war.
What? Yeah, because the cloth mask will protect you from radioactive fallout.
But here's what you need to do in the case of nuclear fallout. I saw something interesting, a pretty hot take from somebody saying that you should just ask any boomer what to do because they lived in the era where You know what I mean? The threat of nuclear war was prevalent since in the Cold War days. So it's like they live with this stuff. They live with this paranoia for quite some time. So get inside the nearest building to avoid radiation. Is this real? Is this actually real?
I don't know.
Remove contaminated clothing and wash unprotected skin. You always got to wash your unprotected skin. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you can go to the basement or the middle of a building. That's right. That's right. Stand between the doorway where there's an earthquake kind of deal.
Duck and cover.
Yes, that's right. But of course, you need to stay inside for 24 hours unless local authorities provide other instructions. Yes, trust in your loyal overlords. You can trust every word that they say. Your family should stay where they are inside. Keep your pets inside. And of course, stay tuned to the local broadcasting stations because they have your best interest at heart, of course. Of course.
And remember, duck and cover.
Now, of course, we're going to be bringing Australia a little bit into the equation in the culture war sense in this episode. So that may trigger some people even more, but but of course we have a pretty moronic prime minister in place right now. Of course, a prime minister is our elected official. This is just a excellent tasty meme of him handling a lightsaber for the first time.
Scotty from marketing.
That's what we call him, Scotty from marketing. He is a consultation firm for the corporations which have their hand up his asshole.
So he's basically one big meat puppet for the
That pretty much sums up the situation for the Liberal government in power here. There we go. See, tonight on Vic Stream, $1.99 wrenches, one night only. One night in Paris. Oh shit.
Nobody learns.
Now, of course, we'll keep it in the theme of Yoda memes. I do like me some baby Yoda memes. You know what I mean? They always crack me up. They're getting pretty creative with those too now. But
memes in general are getting pretty creative nowadays.
Oh, for sure. So once I became a parent, I finally understood the scene where Yoda gets so tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies.
Yeah, I got that too.
Intriguing.
I can relate.
I mean, I'm an uncle, but I'm not a parent, so you may have to give me more insight onto that situation, Manticore.
No, yeah, it's a constant barrage of questions, and like it'll be like why, and then like you answer why, and then they'll be like why, like it's just like it's a never-ending cycle.
I got pretty intelligent nieces and nephews, man. So they they figure a lot of shit out for themselves. They're smart kids. So
yeah.
Right.
I suppose I remember what it's like to be like that. Want to know the ins and outs of everything.
Being curious about the world and not knowing. Yeah. Vic King is now protecting his territory again. We may enter into the market of wrench wars. We may become a decentralized operation within the landscape of wrench wars. But wrench wars is wrench, as Shep says. I'm intrigued. But we will have a standardized price around here of $1.99 per buyback. We will opt with the Yucky Gum, the Yucky Gum approved method. Because you got to price the Yucky model. You've got to price yourself into this market. You know what I mean? You got to make it competitive in a sense. Yeah. I've got many things to say about it. Yucky Gum says one game. No, he wants to try my original idea. Trademarked Yucky Gum. Potential proceeds will go to the Save the Sheriff Yucky Fund from the active terrorists that are attempting to bring him down. So, and speaking of active terrorists, do you know CNN is fake? because intelligence agencies around Earth have spotted American actor Steven Seagal among Russian special forces positioned around the outskirts of Gostomel airfield
Holy shit.
near Kiev, captured by Russian airborne troops. So Steven Seagal has now been captured. He is currently being interrogated by the Russian oligarchy.
He's in the
That
gulag.
doesn't make sense at all. Wait, no, he's yeah, see, he's in with the Russians, isn't he? So I don't know what. Yeah, but
maybe he defected.
I can't tell if this is maybe. I can't actually tell if this is fake news or not. But because anything that comes out of CNN these days to me feels like
Basically,
parody,
is fake news.
feels like satire. So take it with a grain of salt, but don't just have a laugh at it because nothing is real. Everything is controlled. What are your thoughts on that, Manticore?
I don't know. You never know. Maybe Steven Seagal got sick of like getting pushed around as a Hollywood actor and decided to defect to the Soviet Union and fight a battle. I don't know. Maybe. Never know. He's one tough hombre.
He is. Although I've seen some of the videos on actually let's just I've seen some of the. Have you seen some of those videos on YouTube?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yes, no.
No, probably not. I'm not sure what you're talking about. So
of course, here's some footage of Steven Seagal showing off his kung fu skills.
His mad kung fu skills.
Just throwing men around, it's not like just fucking Now, take note that this is from Ruptly as well, funnily enough. Of course, that's the Russian propaganda network that the state-run media. This guy doesn't seem to be
coming at him. He's got to give him credit.
Yeah,
keeps getting up.
Now, he's got some technique, definitely, but I don't really buy the It's like they sympathize with the old man and they're like, we've got to make him look good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a bit choreographed.
But he was a fantastic influence on me back in the day. He's a great great actor. He's got some pretty kick-ass movies. So, I kind of got a soft spot for Steven Seagal. How about you, Manticore?
Yeah, I always liked him as a kid. Like, he was like one of my favorite like action stars growing up. But a bit of a badass.
But sometimes war is real, and civilians get caught up in that sort of thing. And this is actually a real video. I don't want to make too much fun of the situation, but so Ukrainian in Berdyansk spotted a mine on the side of the road and didn't wait for a bomb disposal unit. At the risk of his own life and limb, he removed the mine, clearing the way for the Ukrainian military.
I've never seen a more Russian image before in my life.
Absolute fucking badass.
He's got the ciggy in his mouth and everything.
Yeah. Absolute Chad.
Suck his mates laughing at him.
Like, you fucking dickhead. He's standing there with the camera like, yeah, I could blow up at any second, but
yeah, I'm going to film it just in case you blow up.
It's going to make some mad internet content though. All right. You ever gone out into the wilds, Manticore, and picked up some you ever been in a life or death situation within the landscape of war, Manticore?
No, never. Luckily for me, no.
Okay. So sticking with the subject of the war,
we haven't had any wars here besides from the Emu War.
Yes, we've been pretty lucky in that sense, haven't we?
Pretty much.
We have.
I guess that comes being on an island or a continent in the middle of the ocean.
Very true. Very true. Vic King says, in this corner, the reigning heavyweight wrench world champion, Robert Shepard. Yakigam is joining the collective, saying, "I've never held anyone." How, Shep? Oh, Shep says he is a sniper. Be careful; he can shoot from afar. Yeah, we've seen the aftermath of poor Dario, copped a sniper bullet right to the noggin. A Shep sniper.
Rest his soul.
But Shep also says, "Hell, Yakigam, bow, take the high ground." Vic King says the ghost of Shep. Shep. Oh, I like that persona for Shep. The ghost in the ghillie suit. Yeah. The ghost of Shep took out 6 wrenches in a single. The ghost of Shep took out 6 wrenches in a single night, making him the first ace of wrench wars. You better fucking believe it, boys. You better fucking believe it. Vic King again says he's turning Japanese. He thinks he's turning Japanese. He really thinks so. Yakigam says, "War is real, Smoke. Get it? Yeah, that's right. We cannot stress the seriousness of the situation or the fact that dichotomies are created and people are pitted off against each other while somebody controls both sides of the war. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's no wrench war. It's no wrench war. Yes. So I'm sticking with the topic of war. Sometimes when you're in war, sometimes when media organizations lack the gravity of the war situation being able to capture it, they will attempt to stage a situation. Now, this situation was captured. Now, people are screaming crisis actor about this particular clip.
Ukrainian about how brave and heroic is Ukrainian to protect our soil, to protect our future, to protect our freedom and our democracy. We are in the center of Kiev.
Nope.
We are here.
Where's my magazine gone?
Oh shit!
Whoops.
I'm on a live television. Quickly, Dimitri, give me a.
Give me your magazine.
Oh my god, brother! Do you have any magazines? No. Thank you.
Very difficult.
Even how he's holding the gun is all wrong, man.
And heroic is Ukrainian to protect our soil, to protect our future, to protect our freedom and our democracy.
There's certainly something very off about it. Very off about it.
Did he do that on purpose? Look.
Now we have a silver lining to the potential nuclear crisis that the world is currently facing, and that is that we'll never let a crisis stand in the way of a good opportunity. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's generally the approach of war. But here's a pretty interesting article from the HuffPost. They're huffing something, that's for sure. Could a small nuclear war reverse global warming? What do you think about this, Manticore? Do you think this is
I think that's fucking fool's logic if I've ever heard it.
I think it sounds absolutely retarded.
They've been huffing paint down at the HuffPost.
Huffing something. Oh, you thought the sniper said stripper? That dude, he was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. Standing there like a stunned mullet. Didn't know what to do. Holy shit. Yakigam says, I just went into a gas station and saw my first gangster with a purse. Is that a take on the fuel crisis? That is Oh shit. Oh shit. Y'all are getting frisky in the chat. Oh my god. Now, but of course, like I said, within these wartime situations, you always have to be careful because there is always a beneficiary who is playing both sides of the war for their own gain. So always take this information with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Because now we have here, this is the some imagery has come out recently of I don't know what position she holds, but it's a prominent politician holding an AK-74U. So, but listen to the words that she says, like who she believes that she's fighting
Right
for.
now, it's a critical time because we know that we not only fight for Ukraine, we fight for this new world order, for the
What was that again?
World order.
What?
Say again?
World order.
Say it one more time.
Fight for this new world order.
Who are you fighting for?
We fight for this new world order.
One more time.
We fight for this new world order.
Again, just for the people in the back.
For this new world order
Interesting,
for the democratic countries. We knew that we are the shield for the Europe. Right now, it's a critical time because we.
That's a pretty interesting. That's some mind-altering substances right there, isn't it, Manticore?
Huffing hard.
Huffing hard. Woof. Woof.
Woof.
Woof. So of course, like Yucky Gum's encounter with the sometimes that the now I brought a pretty hot take to the table. So I'll let myself speak for myself when I say this. The nature of war is a tough theater to navigate. Clearly, we need more representation on the battlefield. This is the Russian-Ukrainian negotiations where the peace talks have fallen through. Just take a look at the delegation of the man sitting at the negotiation table for Ukraine. He seems pretty gangster. But of course, whenever that happens, there is always some. Now this is more than likely a troll account, but maybe not. But where are the women in the room? That is a good question.
That's the question on everyone's lips, isn't it?
That is the question you should be asking yourself. Where are the women in the peace negotiation? Yes, I too would get right up in that. She's especially holding that AK-74 years. Like, oh, fucking,
the accent was enough for me.
It does something funny to me. But anyway, like Shep says, yes, the accent is it's quite attractive. Quite attractive. F, the New World Order. So you've got a situation where Ukraine is actively fighting for the preservation of the European Union. Ultimately, it's two sides of the same coin. Shep says, balls deep. Amen, brother. Amen. She's hotty. So yeah, that's just, you've got to be careful about when you put on your social media presence and and become an advocate for these causes, and you're not really realizing, who you're advocating for. Do you understand, Manticore?
Oh yes, very much.
And you never know, don't trust everything you read on the internet, but like this one situation, for instance, I wasn't going to post any of the hundreds of these, but I do got to post this one. Now this gentleman, I'm not quite sure who he is. I'm not sure who he is, but he seems to be a great freedom fighter for the country of Ukraine. Pictured here is an unknown Ukrainian freedom fighter who slowed down an entire division of Russian infantry by allowing them each to have their way with his wife. What a serviceman. For his heroism, he has been dubbed the cuck of Kiev.
That's a good meme. It's funny that Ant came in just as that came up on the screen too. That's what I chose that one for.
Ant says, "I'm done watching the Biden fumble and lie through another botched speech." Yeah. Well, I'd just be interested to get your take, Ant. Yeah. I haven't even seen it yet. I don't know what's going on there yet. But yeah. Obviously, it's just a PR speech to calm the public. We'll see how we go. Vic King says, fashion wars, yucky. Fascist wars, yucky. Fashion. All the gentlemen saying hello to one another in the chat. Dilla Draws is in the chat. He says, Anth, I would feel ashamed to be American if I was American. Dilla, stop using your Mexican card. That's not how this works.
Yeah, stop playing that ethnic card, Dylan.
What's going on? We have the Robo Cardinal, the Ryan Cardinal in the chat. He says, where are all the trans Ukraine negotiators?
Important question there, Ryan.
Where are they, Manticore?
I don't know.
Are they?
I'll have to make a few phone calls and find out.
Make a few phone calls? shoot out a few Twitter DMs.
Slide into some DMs.
That's right. Yucky says Biden to Putin, no more. And then Putin to Biden, more. And so the war rages on.
And so it continues.
Oh, that's right, Anthony. We're all ashamed. We're not ashamed of the heritages of our country, but we are ashamed of how our leaders choose to conduct themselves and how our political systems are corrupt to the core. I do empathize with you there, my friend. Now, of course, within this situation with Putin and Biden, there are always I wouldn't say bipartisan. I'd say joint efforts for the future prosperity of the species, such as the International Space Station. Now, I wonder what's going on in the USS in the ISS right now with between Russia and America. I'm sure it would probably look something like this. American and Russian astronauts in the ISS right now.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah. Dylan, I'm definitely. So yeah, that's all right. Sorry, man, I made a mistake. I must have been mistaken. He says, "Sorry, Smirk, no habla inglés." So you think there's some conflict going on in the ISS right now, in the International Space Station, in the scientific community, Manticore?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel sorry for those astronauts. I tell you, stuck up there with each other, sleep with one eye open. Like,
think it'd come to that? Do you think? But do you think they're laughing as they're looking down upon Earth? Watching as
I suppose they're safe from nuclear war up there, aren't they?
Well, I suppose, yeah, they do get to watch the bombs go off though. If they
get to see the fireworks.
If and when they do, right? The fireworks.
Yeah.
Yucky Gum says, no, Russia doesn't get our oxygen while they're up there. Yes. Starve them off of oxygen. The metaphor of war happening in the field of scientific progress. Ouch. See, now that's where they're one step ahead. Says Space Force go, says Yucky Gum. That would be pretty messed up if they started killing one another in the International Space Station. But as delegates, as representatives of their countries, yeah, cosmonaut versus astronaut, says Dylan. Now, I didn't actually get an opportunity to see much into this clip, but I did throw it into the mix. So we'll just without any context, we'll experience this like gender dysphoria. We will experience it.
We think it's just.
For one woman in Kiev, the Russian invasion is a war within a war.
Sometimes we think it's just all a dream, that we stuck inside some kind of a video game, because you just you live in a quiet society and then you hear bombings and then you wake up to the sound of bombings. I don't want to go outside. I'm literally scared for my life.
Zifan Biller, who is transgender, told CBS News she is alone in the Ukraine capital.
All my friends left the city. My neighbors left my floor and I think my building.
And fears what could happen next if she tries to leave. Many people in the city have weapons, which she believes could make her situation all the more dangerous.
This is not a very rainbow-friendly place. So lives for trans people are very bleak here.
Well, it seems like she's getting a reality check, if you know what I mean. And if she can somehow surpass the violence and make it to the border, she's not sure if she would be able to cross.
If you have male gender in your passport, they will not let you go abroad. They will not let you through.
Ukrainian law mandates transgender people undergo extensive psychiatric observation and the steps to change their gender on legal documents.
A war within a war. Truly. Truly.
Her name, is desperate to escape Kiev, especially as her food supply dwindles. And as the battle outside her apartment grows more and more intense by the day.
Every noise from outside is a warning sign. It was hell living as a trans person in Kiev, in Ukraine. We feel invisible. Truly. Like we're not people, like we're not human. It's truly how we feel.
Pretty interesting, Manticore.
Yeah.
You can't help but empathize with their situation.
Yeah, no, I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, no, I feel sorry for her and brush it off. Stuff.
Yeah, being stuck in a like war-torn country can't be good, especially
regardless
like,
of
very little prospect of getting out too. So,
regardless of her position within a greater landscape of what's going on, within you can't help but empathize with their situation. So, his situation, her situation, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's on his passport, then I guess Now, going back to the topic of the metaverse for a second, I cannot help whenever I get into a conversation about cryptocurrency, I usually become the focal point because of my understanding and my extensive understanding of metaverse protocol and of cryptocurrency protocol. But whenever you go over to your missus' house and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a conversation with your significant other's parents, I have been in this situation before. My girlfriend invited me to her house, and there's me explaining Ethereum to her dad for 2 hours straight.
Well, she's like rolling her eyes at you the whole time.
Rolling her eyes like, babe, come on.
Shut up.
Babe, this is important stuff, right? I have to educate the masses.
Yeah.
All right.
Your dad needs to know about Ether, right?
He needs to know about Ether. He needs to know what's coming. He needs to know about the coming financial instability of the world. All right. But of course, with the metaverse, you hear Manticore. Did you hear this? Did you hear this, Manticore? Did you hear about this? That God has developed an ultra-realistic metaverse where people can talk, learn, and work with other people. It's called the universe. Are you interested in this concept, Manticore?
Oh, sounds interesting.
What about you, chat? Are you interested in this concept?
Sign me up, motherfuckers.
I don't know. It sounds pretty risky to me.
As long as Zuckerberg's not running it.
Going over to the chat. Adrian says, when will Australia send its first kangaroo into space? Robert Shepard says, that's a dude. That is you can make up your own minds, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll leave that to your understanding.
But I mean, yes, but I mean, if it's on the passport, there's yeah. Yaki says bombings. Bombings. Like
Bombings.
Microsoft. No. Oh snap! Men have to stay and fight. Oh shit!
Oh,
she's like,
jag.
and she's just running around like, "Let me wash your dishes, please. We'll wash dishes for food." Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Terrible joke.
I don't want to go to make you a sandwich instead.
Now you're second. Yeah, it's a dude. He can fight. For fuck's sake, says Shep. M. Sharanth buys into the attraction idea and says, "That's a handsome man, but man, that's an ugly woman." Yes, I'll scratch Russia's eye out, says Yucky Gum. Shep's taking a stance and says you're both strange. Yucky also says based, bro, based. Yes, God universe. What do you reckon, Amtrak? What do you reckon? Would you be interested in a concept like this? I can hook you up with some fiat coins. We can start this centralized revolution of the earth today. Would that be
Ready Player One?
Ready Player One. We're already here. It's already a metaverse within a metaverse. Get used to it. Now you guys won't understand this one bit, but I'm about to send an Australian into space, a kangaroo into space. So this guy, right, PR guy, and he seems to be like a main. I wouldn't call him an SJW, but I'd call him like a main counter narrative to like this freedom movement that's going on in Australia. Of course, everybody has probably heard of Avi. Avi from Rebel Media. Avi Yemeni. Yep. But there's a court case about to happen, and the identity of one of these infamous. I wouldn't even call him a troll because I don't know what you'd call him, but he is seen to have gone into hiding over the past week because but it's PR guy, right? And he uses this Troy McClure avatar, but how it started versus how it's going. This is Dan the wanker premier from Victoria, Australia.
Victoria's wanker premier.
Victoria's wanker premier. Have you seen me?
On the wanker.
Very much so. So PR guy has now gone into obscurity. But as I was just loading this up, PR guy has actually made an appearance for the first time in a week. He has come out, yes, reared his ugly head, come out of obscurity. Of course, everybody knows for a fact that it's the court case and the revealing of his identity, or her. Hearing it's a her that has
that wouldn't
struck the terror into his bones, and he's done a little run-a-gon and hid under his table. So PR guy says, some say I'm deep in battle in Ukraine. Others say Putin pulled the plug and I'm stateless. Some say Dan sacked me and I'm jobless. Dan being the premier of Victoria. Of course, he was a major proponent within the tyranny that unfolded in Victoria, where the police were running rampant and committing all kinds of terrors on the citizens. Dictator Dan is what he's known best for. And others say I'm in the bunker with the lawyers. So this is a take on the fact that Avi Yemeni is suing PR guy, forcing him to reveal his identity within the courts. It's going to be a very interesting ride, so we may keep up to date on this. Just to throw a bit of an Australian, an Australian take in the mix, because we can't spend all this time analyzing. Even though the US culture is the main forefront of of everything. So yes, and some say I'm undercover infiltrating the anti-vaxxers. Truth is, I'm on a short break. I'll be back.
The truth is, I'm packing me undies because I'm gonna get exposed for everyone.
PR guy says awkward. Now he happened to have tweeted this at just the perfect moment when this article popped up, and then he says awkward popped up just minutes ago after my post. Imagine going to all the trouble to write a whole new story only for me to accidentally destroy it minutes before you released it. Oops. Now here's an interesting take. SOS. Wonder if that's some subconscious bias, some of the subconscious leaking through there. But anyway, that's the culture war for the day. What do you think, Manticore? Are we getting pretty good at this segment or what?
Yeah. Oh, it's getting better. I think that seemed a bit smoother. Yeah.
Is that all I get? It's getting better.
I know what we're looking. No, you deliver it really well every time. Like it's just what we choose to spotlight is the important part. I think which I'm getting better at choosing stuff now too.
I mean, I can make fun out of anything really, but when it comes to the realness of war and stuff, the idea is, I can't not take that stuff a little bit seriously.
Yeah, we have to look at it in a serious light as well as,
especially if people are dying. I'm hearing reports coming out that I think so far the casualty rate is 100 for Ukraine and 1,000 for Russia. So that's what I'm hearing. Not so
there is a lack of ground footage though, which is quite interesting to note. Yeah, like there's a lot of like drone stuff and shit like that, but there's not a lot of ground footage, which makes me ask questions.
Right. A lot of media coverage on the ground in general, but which is quite strange. Quite
a little bit suspicious.
Yes. So where would you like to go next, Manticore? Would you like to dig into another article?
Yeah, if you want. Sounds good.
What about you, chat? Would you like to dig into another article? Got some pretty interesting
I just
talking
want to live
points.
on my own island and be self-sufficient at this point.
Amen, brother. You know, just live off the grid, have my own private island.
Yeah, I'd be happy with a little log cabin in the middle of nowhere.
In the woods, in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Fuck, so would I. Yeah.
Yep.
So would I. So, are we sticking with the metaverse subject? Are we going into AI, or are we going universal? Because that's pretty much the three of my favorite things to cover around here. And I've got one for it all. So,
I reckon AI maybe.
all right. I don't know how long. I don't know how long are we go? Oh, it's a pretty long article, and it could get pretty boring, to be honest.
So what do you got? Universal or what? What was the other choice?
A profound quantum sensor that can peer into the Earth, or do you want to stick on the subject of the metaverse?
Yeah,
do you want to see? I will just stick on the subject of the metaverse. I think we'll have this one article and we'll wrap it up for the day because we've got some pretty exciting stuff to go over to, just to have a bit of a relaxed day, a bit of fun. So after this article, we'll call it quits, and we'll head on over to Vic's channel or Dilla's channel, depending on. I mean, we could do a UFO take really quick. Either way, I'm wrapping it up at the 2-hour mark. Would you press 1 in the chat if you'd like to see some UFOs, some paranormal stuff, or press 2 in the chat if you'd like to read the article, and then we'll go over to Vic's chat if we read the article after that. One for paranormal, 2 for article. Yucky setting the train with a 1.
Oh, there you go. Yucky's got 1. Amateur Ant's got a 1.
Anth with a 1. Intriguing.
Robert wants to be the opposition with a 2.
All right. So I guess we're going into the. You vote with it?
Yeah.
Nice. Would you vote? Oh, you vote. All right. That's the deal sealer. All right. So we're going the paranormal. We're going into the final metaverse article, and then we're heading over to Vic's channel, I think, or is it Dilla's channel? These guys still haven't decided yet. Either way, head on over to Vic King's channel because we're going to have some spicy stuff over there soon. We're going to analyze. Going to EFAP, as they call it. EFAP, a specific, would you say a small proxy war is breaking out, and we are potentially the focal point of that.
There's rumblings. I know. That's how much I know.
Oh.
Rumblings of a proxy war.
Oh my!
Apparently, I can't vote, says Amateur Ants.
That's fair enough.
I've been stripped of my right to vote.
Wrench Wars.
God damn it.
Wrench Wars coming soon. Promise you. All right, let's go into paranormal. Now we've got a couple of clips today in the paranormal realm. Just a couple. Wet the palate, cleanse the palate as we move on to the other metaverse stuff. So this doesn't have much context to it. Actually, it's only a GIF, so I'm not even going to show that one. Okay, we've only got a couple of videos for today. I need to do a bit more research. I need to find more sources for paranormal stuff so that I can bring in the ghost aspect of it. You know, the chimera.
I had a look on YouTube the other day, but it was too fucking hard to find anything.
It's still finding my
sift through all the bullshit, and fake stuff.
I'm still finding my feet with this concept, but I'm sure it's going to bud, and I'm sure it's going to bloom eventually, inevitably, one way or another. But I did appreciate what Yucky did that day with where he brought in an article, or where he brought in a subject, and then we went from there, and dove further into the concept.
Investigated it, yeah.
So this person has. So she says, this just happened. It was a pretty insane sighting. They appeared. Oh, let me just pause that for a sec so I don't give away the whole thing. Yeah, they appeared to be unidentified. Many of them eyewitness are simply contrails with a dot or nothing in front, and none of them were on the radar, obviously. So let's just check this clip out. Now, apologies, the paranormal segment isn't going to be very good today, but like I said, it will get better with time.
Yeah, well, that whatever's got the contrail behind it, that has to be conventional aircraft on it. But what is that other thing?
Yes,
there?
but what's that other thing flying around it? And there's actually something else in front of it as well. If you look closely, look at this little.
Yeah, what's that?
Look at this little thing here. Cruises past.
That could be a bird.
Maybe a bird. Yep, but that there is definitely intriguing.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's got nothing coming off of it.
Very strange.
It's moving quite fast too.
And we got Amateur says, don't forget the Bigfoot Liam element. Yeah, that's right. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find our footing with this segment for sure. We'll find our footing. We got Carol's Cookies in the chat. What's up, Carol's? We've got Shep saying hello to Carol's. Yeah, so like I said, we'll find our footing with this eventually.
Yeah, YouTube used to be good for stuff, but now since there's a lot of bread tubers in that, people just make videos and fucking upload them. A lot of hoaxes. I can't find any decent sources to find like ghost videos and stuff. That's what I was looking for. But that's what I've been looking for too.
It doesn't seem people are consistent on that front. Yeah, but I don't know. Help us make this segment a little bit better.
Yucky Gum says that could just be another plane lower in the atmosphere where it doesn't make contrails. I don't know. It was moving pretty quick.
Where it doesn't make contrails. Yeah, it could be. Could potentially be. Could be. But the way it was, just the way it was moving, I don't know. And it was moving pretty closely to the. Yeah. I don't know. Carol's Cookie says, how are we all tonight? Doing great, Carols. Thank you for asking.
Doing good.
Amateur says, it looks like an advanced World War II German blimp.
You watch out for those blimps.
All right. So the next piece of footage, it's an older one, an old school one. Yeah, this is the footage from Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock, I believe. Another infamous UFO video, but probably won't be. Yes, like I said, this segment won't be very good for tonight, tonight. But it is what it is. So just enjoy this the 2011 UFO Jerusalem video. I remember watching this one on live on television. This is a great capture from the original fourth angle. Enjoy. Did anybody see this footage? Did anybody remember this one?
No, I didn't see this.
So it was over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. And there were 4 individual accounts. I think there was more than that actually, but
Yo.
That's what makes this. Yeah, that's what made this footage so interesting. Is the fact that there were so many videos of it. So all.
Yeah, I saw something when I was like 12, and that looks very similar. The way it streaked and moved like that. That was quick.
And I can't believe how old. Fuck, I can't believe how long ago it was.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before. That's full on.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. One more time. One more time.
אתה רואה?
אני רואה, מה זה? תגיד, שתים יותר מדי? לא, לא.
לא, לא, כולנו רואים את זה.
מה זה? 5 עיניים.
שיו!
יואו! רוד, בלם. מה זה?
אמא?
And the multiple angles as well. I'm trying to find more. If you can talk for a second, man, to go. I'm trying to find more.
Yeah, no, that was full on. How fast do you think that was? That's like almost speed of light. Like it's like poof, gone.
Yeah, the way the light warped and yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like
Weird.
it charged something beforehand too. Like the light gets slightly dimmer before it like flashes and then takes off. Like, yeah, that's really weird.
Trying to find this video where I had all of the videos in one place.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the first time I've ever seen that one.
Yeah,
I've
well,
seen
here's
like a few of them.
Here's a second video of the same.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A
alone.
UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light.
Secondary video. You know, there's multiple accounts of it, and that's what made this so infamous.
Yeah, I'm surprised I hadn't seen that one before. Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll all be heading over to Vic's channel after we wrap up. We've got one more article to go. And then we got some interesting events to partake in to continue on. Vic's going to be leading the helm over there. Carol says, having a shit-tastic night and modding karaoke. My pony boy was in the chat with us. Very nice. Yes, he's taking quite a liking to Carol's. Amateur Ant says, if you zoom in on it, it's clearly a flying dildo. Clearly. 110% Anth. I cannot discredit that information. Clearly. 100%.
Not everything's a flying dildo, Ant.
All right. So unfortunately, that wraps up those two videos. That wraps up the paranormal segment. I know I've done myself a disservice. We've done us a disservice by not exploring further into the depths of the internet to bring us some fresh paranormal, UFO, and ghost content. But it's on my radar. It's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, I've been looking, but like it's hard to find somewhere that's got anything that's remotely like legit.
I'm gradually getting accounts into a list. But yeah, just didn't come together today. So apologies about that one. Now, I want to know more about this NVIDIA metaverse. And then after that, we will wrap this up for the day. And we will head on over, all of us, we will raid the King's channel.
Raid.
Oh yeah, and of course the Mark Brooks situation may unfold further. We may play a little bit of a role in the greater CG landscape today, depending on how we market it and how we because anything can happen with the power of clipping and tagging in Twitter after the events unfold. And I'm sure once we get Mr. Van Skyver's attention on the matter, I'm pretty sure you never know what's going to happen from there. So, yeah. Carol's Cookie says someone hacked my Instagram account. Bastards, heads will roll. Oh my god, what the? Amateur Ant says.
At least it wasn't your router.
Yes. Amateur Ant says it's probably an angel.
Could be.
Over the Dome of the Rock, I wouldn't doubt it. That's that's an infamous temple within Jerusalem. So we seem to be losing viewers now. They're all getting ready to go over to Vic's channel now. But I have to do this article. I have to. It is my duty. Carol's Cookie says, yeah, good smoke. It's better than nothing at all. You'll find your line. That's right. That's right. Inevitably, one way or another, we will find our find our way in the paranormal realm.
The truth is out there.
Shit, that's gotta suck. I just want the private messages back. There are messages from a friend who passed, and I want them back. Yeah, that sucks.
One
of the worst things about social media. Lose accounts, get hacked, and then old messages from dearly departed. I've thought about that pretty heavily. Like, I don't mean to use such a crass term, but the digital graveyard is think of in 100 years' time how that's gonna look, and all of that data from all of us, long past. And says, I hope you get it back, Carol. Yeah. Likewise. All right. Are you ready to dive in to the next article?
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Now we have NVIDIA's Omniverse Manticore. Omniverse. It's a pretty interesting name, if you ask me. Is already helping save the planet while Meta lags behind. Now they've hijacked the word. They've hijacked the terminology. But Omniverse sounds like it's a take on omniscience.
Interesting.
This article is decent. So have I. So I want to know more. So NVIDIA's Omniverse could be the key to saving the planet. That's a bold statement.
Saving it from what?
From us. Saving us from ourselves. That looks awesome. During a panel discussion at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. I am from Barcelona. NVIDIA Senior Vice President of Telecommunications, Ronnie Vasista, explained how the company aims to take the argument out of climate change by providing an accurate like-for-like simulation called... I know about Earth 2.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah. Is it the... was that NVIDIA? This is Earth 2 IO. This is the one that I'm familiar with. Metaverse concept, but I didn't know it was. And they're using typical land sale, but then they've got this really cool video, this really cool simulation video. Check this out. No, this is. Is it? No, where's the tree one? Where's the goddamn tree one? Bear with me. No, I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? You going to talk for a sec, Manticore? Take over for a sec?
Yeah. What is this? I've never seen this before.
I say it's a metaverse concept. There it is.
Okay, so it's basically just a carbon copy of Earth, or digital copy.
Yes, a one-for-one overlay metaverse style of the Earth. But look at this is all done in the Unreal 5 engine, I believe. And this is actual in-game footage of what they've created. And I gotta say, it's pretty damn impressive. So. This is the potential future of what we're heading into with the Unreal 5 engine and with decentralized applications. Crazy stuff. They go
Yeah,
all
it
the
is.
way out. Where do they go out? Where do they zoom out? There we go. Right at the end. Check this out.
Yeah, that's cool. Earth 2.
Fucking impressive, man.
Yeah, that's not bad. Can't sneeze at that.
What do you think? Is that sort of thing
Yeah, it
interest
could
you?
have potential. Yeah, a little bit. It's like seeing where they go with it, I suppose, and like what they do. So hopefully it's better than what like Facebook is doing with it, and meta cafes and shopping centers.
Yeah, and shitty graphics and
Yeah, no legs.
Yeah. But hey, it's a start. Carol
start
said,
somewhere.
that's right. Carol says, thanks working with Instagram. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed for sure. Yeah. Cool shit indeed. Anth says, I could get the same thing by going to Tennessee with a drone. That's very true, Anth, but yeah. And Carol says, they'll shoot your drone down and try to cook it. Yeah.
Yeah, or an eagle will take it out.
So to do so, it will use an engine that has already helped BMW improve its factory production and Ericsson to boost its 5G rollout. In stark contrast, the head of a special initiatives at Meta, also speaking, said the version of the metaverse from his company, formerly Facebook, isn't going to happen overnight, and it requires significant advancements in network latency, symmetrical bandwidth, and overall speed of networks. Seeing Vasishta and Weasler speaking side by side painted a picture of one company planning for the future and another is already seeing its version of the metaverse improve. That's right. The world in tangible ways. That's the difference. Meta's got a long way to go. And the fact that NVIDIA's, because I don't know it was done by NVIDIA, if the fact that they're already utilizing the decentralized ecosystem is going to give them the upper hand. So that's what I mean. That's what this stuff was paved and founded for. But Zuckerberg is going to try to implement his own systems of absolute control over it, so that he doesn't have to pay his dues to the decentralized community.
Weasley bastard.
Yes, greedy bastard. In other words, it's a state of flux reflected that the fact that Meta recently lost users for the first time in history. Leading to it being overtaken in the list of largest companies in the US by NVIDIA after its value plummeted. Really? So what is the Omniverse? All right. Meta's Weasler stated that in the next 10 years, and apologies if this is boring to some people, but it's absolutely fascinating to me. And the shitty thing about these kinds of situations is, this is the future you're looking at right here. And the fact that people aren't interested, and the fact that you represent a small number within the, within people seeing this far, like seeing the forefront of where everything is going, and trying to scream at the world of like, you better be paying attention to this because this is the future. It's a frustrating position to hold. So it would be amazing if we could bring 1 billion people into the metaverse, driving millions of dollars for the ecosystem, generating value from nothing, real world value as well. Like, wake the fuck up. The suggestion is that a lot of work is needed to fulfill the metaverse's potential. By contrast, NVIDIA's Vasishta focused on the ways that the Omniverse is already helping companies such as Ericsson and BMW to simulate real processes with unprecedented accuracy, allowing them to boost productivity and innovation. So at their small inception, they're already sticking to the principles of the decentralized metaverse by creating interoperability, by working with multiple companies at once instead of hogging all of the gold for themselves. So you know what I mean? There's good people in the fight. There's good companies in the fight. As Vashista explained during his speech at the MWC, the Omniverse simulates the real world in photorealistic graphics, but it is much more than a gaming engine, and it obeys the laws of physics, and that's what I mean. You may see it just as a real world, as a lifelike simulation, but when you've got real world physics and stuff involved, and when the potential behind this one in specific, Earth 2, is unbelievable. Sure, they've got the landscape right now is bare and barren in a sense where it's just mimicking nature, but once they start to get an open source community that starts building things and modeling, and it becomes a true effort, you wait till you see what people are going to come up with. You wait. So it obeys the laws of physics precisely to allow companies to perform tests in real time. Do you understand that? It's a real world physics simulation, and you can perform simulated tests within it, like this, for example.
BMW has continued building on the momentum of their Factory of the Future initiative we showed you earlier this year. On average, they produce one new vehicle every minute, expanding the initiative to now include digital twin projects at 3 additional factories, which total more than 6 million square meters. Meeting BMW's demands for continuous improvement and innovation requires simulation of complex production scenarios
and that's
to
the
speed
potential.
output, increase agility, and optimize efficiency everywhere. NVIDIA Omniverse introduces new simulation capabilities everywhere BMW needs to make critical decisions and introduce automation. BMW and their partners have also been connecting new users and tools to expand the Omniverse ecosystem. Spanning every aspect of the BMW Factory of the Future, Omniverse allows BMW to collaborate and simulate from the entire plant level down to comprehensive engineering detail.
Look at that! Oh man, that makes me so excited. It makes me so excited.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And Eagle Rider? Oh shit. My sketchbook says you guys are still at it. Yeah, we're almost done, man. We're gonna wrap up at the 2-hour mark. And then the show begins. Rick just showed his pre-launch trailer for Canadian show number 2. Is that where are we? Where are you guys? Are you guys on Vic's channel, or are you on your channel, or Dillard's?
Could be Rick Piper or Dillard.
Amateur Ant says, all I'm seeing from this is how they replace auto working jobs with robots. Oh, yes and no. But they already have.
That's inevitable anyway.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah. So with NVIDIA's digital
automation's coming.
Oh, guaranteed.
Mm.
And it will benefit our lives further immensely. But the fact that these are real world physics simulators, and they've got this, the simulation aspect of it, man, it just blows my fucking mind. It's the intricacy of the components involved with the manufacturing, with the simulated manufacturing. It's like down to the bolt, down to the nuts and bolts, like
where they go and
everything. And it's NVIDIA as well, so they are the major player within the graphics simulation market.
Mm.
That's who I have my hope in right now. So as NVIDIA points out in the video above, Omniverse gives BMW the ability to collaborate and simulate to improve entire plant processes, as well as minute engineering details. Ericsson, meanwhile, has used the Omniverse to test and optimize its 5G deployment, testing metrics in real time. Ericsson has built city-scale models that are physically accurate down to the materials of the buildings, allowing them to simulate 5G signal quality across the entire city. Like, what the...
Mm.
That's fucking amazing.
There are 15 million 5G microcells and towers planned for global deployment in the next 5 years.
Now, of course, Amateur Anth is going to come at me with the, you guys are 5G 5G conspiracy.
But I don't even know if I trust 5G at this stage, really. Like,
well, neither do I at this stage, but
yeah.
Ericsson is using NVIDIA Omniverse to build digital twin environments to help determine how to place and configure each of their sites for the best coverage and network performance. In Omniverse, Ericsson builds city-scale models that are physically accurate down to the materials of the buildings, vegetation, and foliage. Then, wireless network components are added, including the precise location, height, and antenna pattern of each transmitter. Ericsson built a custom Omniverse extension, enabling them to integrate radio propagation data and leverage Omniverse's RTX accelerated ray tracing to quickly visualize and calculate the quality of the signal at every point in the city.
Unfucking believable.
Because Omniverse materials are physically accurate, the intensity of reflections are precisely determined. Antenna beamforming and signal paths can be accurately simulated and visualized. In the simulations, the lobes signify transmitter antenna beamforming, and the straight lines are signal paths. The colors of the signal paths denote strength in decibels and data throughput, from blue is the weakest to red is the strongest. Visualization is a critical capability for Ericsson. With Omniverse VR, network engineers can virtually explore any part of the model, teleporting to any location, anywhere in the world, at 1-to-1 scale. As they tune the network for optimal performance or identify path disruptions, they can literally see the effects of their adjustments in real time, things which aren't visible in real life. In Omniverse, Ericsson can perform true-to-reality remote simulation of entire 5G networks, enabling them to design more efficient and reliable networks, conduct remote field trials, and speed up deployments.
That blows my mind, man. Blows my fucking mind.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. All we can do is wait, I guess, and watch.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. My sketchbook says Noah's watching Rick. No one else is streaming it. Carol says, I'm not sure I have a link to Vic's channel. Could anybody drop the link to Vic's channel if you've got it on hand? Hook a cookie up. There it is. There it is. I knew it was coming, man. F5G, bro. Fuck that 5G. Causes all kind of cancer. It's mind control. Literally.
5G's a weapon.
It's a weapon against the masses. Yeah. Dylan says, I forgot Rick was a Rick was a thing. How did that go? Oh, shit. Carol says, sup, Dylan? The final bit of the article, and then we'll wrap up for the day. I'll do a bit of a so the next step, NVIDIA is building a digital twin of the entire planet called Earth 2 within the Omniverse for climate modeling. Hopefully, Vasishta said, we will be able to take the argument out of climate change by having an accurate prediction. Real-world models, real-world modeling, one-to-one, fucking real-time, and then see how much these simulation models shifts from the actuality of reality. But I doubt it. There's too much to take into account with that. But just the idea of having a one-to-one accurate being built by NVIDIA using these technologies that they've already implemented on a company-based level fascinates me, man. And I hate I'm sorry, but it does. It fucking does. So this is immensely practical. This immensely practical capability for NVIDIA's version of the metaverse sets it apart from other companies, including Meta, which are currently still planning far ahead and touting the increased connectivity of the metaverse above all else. So I mean, if you're into, if you're into that sort of thing, we've got a bit of a fictional take on the potentials of where the metaverse could be all heading, and and just a bit of a fun take. Of course, granted, it is a terrifying dystopia. It is ripe with non-benevolent artificial intelligences, and singularities, and rich characters, solid world building, worlds that are fully alive and fully moving. then definitely check out our book, Artifice, Re-Animate, because we want to bring this to you guys, and we want to continue making this into the future. Very proud of the art that's been produced. Very proud of the story that we've meticulously crafted over time, and will be crafting further into the future as well. And this is just the first universe within the core comics landscape of 3 universes, which I'd love to work with some more fellow artists around the place, and and crowdfund our way into once we get further and further on our feet. But it's 60 pages of action-packed sci-fi, dark fantasy, dark futurism, large-scale world building, character-driven mystery, nightmarish dystopian dread, ancient civilizations, philosophy, and quantum blockchain artificial intelligence. This is Artifice Re-Animate. Vic is working hard. He's got a couple of more pages produced, which he didn't join the show today, but we're all heading over there. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more on that front. Of course, if you want to get in that, then at the base level, you want to get in on the original wraparound cover tier, which will get you a copy of the book and a copy of the Illyria variant poster. Or there's the other way around. You get the Illyria variant edition, which will get you the Illyria variant cover and a copy of the wraparound as a poster. There's the one of each tier. Obviously, that's self-explanatory, but you'll also get the 2 3x4 sketch poster. Yeah, a copy of each poster, copy of each book, 2 3x4 sketch cards, the original art tier, which gets you a copy of the original wraparound cover, the Illyria variant, and a 7x10 original ink frameable illustration drawn specifically for you by Vic. Or there's the collector's combo, which basically gets you one of everything. The art pages are also for sale. The original covers, one of ones, are also for sale. And also there's the collector's items. You want to jump on that? Somebody will inevitably get those pieces into their hands, absolutely. Or you the most luxurious tier, the tier that I recommend if you want to get if you want to support us in the most productive way and get yourself drawn into the book at the same time, is the Join Plasma tier. So if you want to become a Plasma recruit, you'll send us a reference shot. Vic will draw you into the book. We've just had our first round of Plasma recruits drawn into a specific scene within the book. 2 of them in specific. One being Webbs, our pony boy. One being Tony, which is a good friend of mine who has supported the campaign and always been a great friend of us. And we thank them greatly and appreciate them. Grateful. Yeah, very grateful for everything they've helped us do, even though, it gets a little bit rough at times, but we appreciate them highly, and we'll see what we do moving into the future with that tier and with the people who have already been included. But you'll also get a copy of the book with that tier, and you'll also get the Illyria variant poster. But get drawn into the book.
Immortalized in fiction forever.
Immortalized in fiction, ladies and gentlemen, as a proud member of the Plasma Militia Resistance Group based in Verona. And they will become a staple within this universe moving into the future. All right, so that's us for the day, guys. We're going to head over to Vic King's channel now, and participate in a bit of shenanigans over there. We're going to see how we're going to do a bit of e-fapping, I believe the kids are calling it these days. E-fap on, and watching a previous stream involved with Mark Brooks, who has came out our good friend Sketchbook here, and has come at Dillard, trying to razz up a little bit of commotion. So if you want to, head on over with us, bit of controversy, bit of in the Comicsgate landscape. I'm sure it's going to be fun though, no matter what unfolds. Yeah. So I'll just read some final stuff in the chat. Carol's Cookie says thank you, and subbed to Vic King's channel. She also says, oof, forgot I had candy this entire time. She also says, not sure I'll be there tonight. I still have things in my life I have to destroy, but I'll be around. And good luck with your with what's going on with your with the criminal studies there, Carols. Good luck. Hopefully you make it through. Fingers crossed for you. Fingers crossed. You take care. She says, have a good night, guys. I'll try to swing by after karaoke. No worries. Amateur Ant says, I'll see you over on VIX, and peace out. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great one. Take care. Hail the chat.
Hail the chat. Peace out.
Peace out.